consider lobster an indulgence, something we only eat on special occasions. Chef Matt Dean Pettit has other ideas, and you want to make lobster more accessible. So bringing it to the masses via his 3 restaurants, Rock Lobster Food Co., also a great new cookbook, the Great Lobster Cookbook.
Thank you.
And Chef is here this morning to give us a taste. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great.
You're well?
And we're really, yes, we're very well, especially now that you're here with the lobster.
Thank you.
Delicious. So let's talk a little bit about where this love of lobster came for you, in that you have 3 successful restaurants and now a great cookbook.
It's pretty crazy. So, you know, when you tell a small child to eat with your hands,
yes,
you know, and lobster being it, you've won me over for life.
Okay.
So when I was 6, it sort of just started the whole pattern. Always being around seafood, been in restaurants my whole life, and back home I live in Toronto, and there wasn't really, you know, a ton of sort of you know, crustacean, sort of shellfish restaurants. And the point, I just was like, okay, gap in the market.
Gap in the market. We talked about it in the break.
We did. So let's do it. So it's like, you know, then good things happen to good people, I guess, if you stay positive. And we put out a great product. Random House called and said, hey, let's do a cookbook.
Yeah.
And the birth of the Great Lobster Cookbook was born, and it's been an exciting ride.
Yeah, I like that attitude. Good things happen to good people, especially if you're positive.
That's right.
And now you say you want to take the pretentiousness out of lobster, because it does have that sort of highbrow aspect to it.
That's right. I think, you know, it can be expensive, it can be intimidating.
Yep.
You know, at the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun and approachable. You know, that's what cooking is about, right?
Yep.
So, you know, I know that sometimes based on where you are, we're in Calgary, obviously, so, you know, lobster might not be, you know, next door.
No.
Thank God for Purelator and these kind of things.
We're slightly landlocked.
You are, but you know what, that's okay, you know. It's, you don't have to be intimidated. There's still great places. You know, Toronto, we bring it in from the East Coast every day.
Yeah.
So the nice thing about shipping and technology and just the world is now a small place. So we can get great East Coast lobster here. Fresh within the hours. So
how many lobsters do you go through? We
go through a lot. There's actually, my parents are old hippies, so they're okay with sort of the onslaught, so to speak, of how many lobsters we go through. But it's a lot. We do like 500 pounds a night generally, especially on the weekends. Yeah. So it's a lot of breaking down. They're like leather hands now. The team, God bless you guys at home, you break down a lot of lobsters. So.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's
okay,
fun.
Let's break it down here this morning. What are we making?
Lobster rangoon. Lobster
Which is a dessert.
Lobster dessert.
And this is something you serve in the restaurant.
It is. So we talk about it in the cookbook. We do a lobster candy. You know, the book is really talking about
crazy
lobster, right?
Yeah.
100 different ways. So do you want to be my sous chef?
I would love to.
So all I did here, lobster rangoon, it's like a typical Thai. So if you want a spoon, maybe take a little one of these. Sure. So we have our Nova Scotia lobster in here. Just spoon a little bit in the mixture into the middle. So lobster.
Too much?
No, that's fine. Okay. And you can use, there you go, if you need to use your, perfect, look at you. A little more inside. Go maybe one more.
Thank you.
I'll seal this. And this is a classic sort of like Thai dessert. A lot of times they use like imitation snow crab. And so we want to use obviously real lobster. And you just want to seal those edges. You could use cornstarch if you want as well. So we've gone, look at you, you know what you're doing.
Okay, I'm watching what you're doing.
No, you're an old pro here. We have an opportunity in the restaurants
All
for
right.
a new sous chef. So as you're working there, I'm gonna flip over. So we've got a couple babies so already happening and done. So hot oil, a little bit of veggie oil here. Drop those in. Those are gonna just crisp up nicely. Again, you know, you get that texture between the texture being nice and crispy. Who doesn't like deep fried? Nobody. Right? Yeah.
What is not to love about deep fried?
If you don't like deep fried, we can't be friends. And so we've got these already working away here, which is great.
Yeah.
And then, so we're doing these lobster rangoon with a little bit of a fruit compote. So I know it's getting into the, you know, the winter season. So again, if you want to use frozen berries, but in the middle of summer, I recommend obviously, you know, strawberries and raspberries and so forth.
Is it a nice compliment?
It is. So you're getting the, you know, you're getting that really nice complement of sweet and savory.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, using all of the elements.
And while you're plating, you're doing an event here with our friends from Charcut.
Absolutely. These guys are amazing, Chef Connie and Chef John.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward. So that's tomorrow night. So it's the ultimate lobster dinner. So essentially, you know, we're doing the surf and turf to the max. So by bringing the lobster, doing that aspect, and the guys are doing obviously the beef and rolling with it, and the team is amazing there. So it's tomorrow night, starting at 6 o'clock. I know tickets are available still. Yeah. And yeah, it's really good. A cookbook is included in the price. And
oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I think we're just going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, they do have a lot of fun there. You'll be in good company. And any aspirations to open a restaurant here?
You know what? I would be lying to you if I said I didn't. This is such a great food city and such a great food scene that I think I'm, I'd be lying if I said no.
Yeah, well, we would love to have you. Thank you so much for
pleasure.
having us, or for sharing this recipe with us here this morning. There's the event right there at Charcut Roast House. It's tomorrow, 6 p.m., and you can call the restaurant for details or go to our website, breakfasttelevision.ca. Thanks very much, Matt.
My pleasure.
That looks amazing. Time to dig in.